Hello everyone, this is Arvind again, and hope you all are doing great today. And I came back with another story, another podcast session. So today I'll be reading you another story I wrote for Medium last June. So I wrote it during the pandemic. So I really think this will be very much informative as well as useful for you as well. So give it a listen. Let's start. So, listeners, today we'll be talking about networking, right? Most of you heard the name already. I think heard what basically networking is and all. But again, I'll try to explain it in my way. I hope it will be very much useful. So, the title of the story is "How to Network with People You Admire." Let 2020 be your year of socialization. Yes, I wrote it in 2020 and I really think it's still relevant today. And let's start, right? Now, networking, in simple terms, is talking to people, making friends and connections, and developing a rapport to grow your circle of influence. Developing long-term relationships with people and the community is a life hack for enhancing mutual gains, both personally and professionally. Right. So why am I talking about networking today? So back then as well. So the origin of this thought started off in March 20th, to be exact, in 2020, when I was in Hyderabad, India. So it was almost 2 months for my homecoming, and all of my cash savings were marching towards number zero. I was desperately looking for jobs, living in a hostel with 5 other roommates I just met. And after coming back to home country after 6 years, I was doing whatever I can to get into a work routine in Hyderabad, a city near to the hometown. I started off following the job portals, worked on my CV and work profile, my LinkedIn profile, and published into a wider market. And I met consultants, I spoke to them, and I cut down my salary expectations to live in the country I was born in. I also enrolled in relevant courses, and I honestly thought that would be enough to get a healthy paycheck. And 2 months in, and I received 0 phone calls except a few fake calls with fake job offerings as to basically exploit the money, right? Yes, they do exist today. So it was easy to come out and blame the pandemic like my past self did. Moreover, I had the sense and I understood that those were the clearly tough circumstances, tough times to operate businesses. So the market has become as gloomy as it can ever be. But there was one single thing that I knew I was shying away from and can possibly make a difference. So that one last push-up between me not getting a job versus getting paid. So it's called networking. Now, I was aware that I have not been networking with expectations for a long time now, and it's completely out of my comfort zone to do anything with expectations. So I came across so much of advice on LinkedIn and other platforms recommending to network with people that can bring in opportunities and leads. A post from a reputed HR source explained, networking is one core rally that will save you during the tough circumstances. And over 70% of the jobs are being filled through networking, and that itself makes networking a skill and a must do, and a must practice. And as a part of my research on networking, I sat down with a couple of my friends exploring the topic of networking, and my only selfish desire to write this article or read it out to you is to make the fellow job seekers understand the importance of networking and to help them nurture their network to become a self-sufficient winning formula. Now today, now I'm working, but again, my job, my current role, I got the opportunity through one of my friends. So that itself makes it a valid point to network with the people and with your friends quite a bit. And prime interpret. So here we'll be talking about. We will try to know. I'll try to explain what I wrote, and in this thing, I want to ask. I want to answer some questions. Some are like, what actually is networking, and how networking with friends and like-minded people help you land a job or grab an opportunity. What to and what not to expect from networking, and how to network better. According to Bonnie Marcus, Forbes Woman, there are few roadblocks that won't help you create a strategic network. The fundamental things that hold you back and confront your networking success. But great, they all can be avoided to produce a strategic network group that helps you create mutual financial and personal growth. And also, there are some real bad execution when it comes to networking and creating social connections. Those practices lack strategies, and over the time they fail to perform. Now, she proposed a couple of few networking issues. Like, she also describes what's the basic difference between amateur networking and strategical networking. So I'll be explaining you a few of the parts of that article I read. So when it comes to mindset, we'll talk about the difference of mindsets between the amateur networkers and strategical networking people. So the mindset, a lot of people think that networking is self-serving. Most people do, yes. And that's the only thought that makes them to avoid it altogether. So when you believe that networking is for your own sake, it envisions into an unpleasant and unworthy conversations. So leading people to get less inclined in their pursuit of their networking. Whereas a strong network is actually built with mutually beneficial relationships, where both parties benefit. In the process of getting to know someone, people understand how they can help others, and that then leads others to help them. So some of the factors including, limiting your network. Basically, human beings fear change, and it's fundamental. Fear-based work often leads you to limit your network and restrict you to make only certain type of connections that are people with similar interest in the people you know and like. But the reality is, by not fearing change and making connections with people who possess different mindsets and come from different backgrounds, by making connections with them, you can expand your knowledge and reach and be available to much better opportunities. Spaghetti against the wall approach. What's this approach? There's basically a wrong custom around networking, that building a network is nothing but bringing whoever is in the site and becoming friends with them, while hoping that they will become your great social contacts. And obvious, it doesn't flatter as some people might think of. Whereas the strategic networking, on the other hand, builds connections in favor of goals and ambitions. The communities that have values, work ethic, and kindness towards people will eventually perform better. Those communities and networks will last longer by creating a lot more win-win situations. And also by not being proactive. Not being proactive is one factor. One factor a strategical networking people do differently. Most of us wait until it becomes a need or urgency. Be it a job, a presentation idea, a travel destination choice, or choosing the right places to invest. Waiting until the last minute and disguising that there is not any support network is nothing but a lame execution. So be proactive. Reach out to friends, family, and well-wishers. Nurture your relationships, and then perhaps you don't feel uncomfortable asking for help. Right? Another factor is not scheduling time for networking. By making excuses that we don't have time to network, we are failing ourselves. By not investing in our time in meeting friends or attending events, we are creating an unsustainable life, which often leads to a personal and a professional failure. Right? So rather than that, try to schedule your time to network. Meet friends for drinks or coffee or lunch. Keep a weekly meetup schedule. By attending worthwhile events and meetings, you can assess whether your organization is the one that will expose you to new people or not. Another factor is not leveraging on relationships. So, even after doing everything right, starting from making efficient connections and attending events, exchanging business cards, if one don't follow up on the initial conversations, they're not building a real relationship. And make so the suggestion, the advice from the book or from the article I read, I try to follow is to make real connections and to follow up on those initial conversations, to know people well enough so that they know me too. So take the time to build those mutual beneficial relationships. And that's all said. I've curated a well-balanced inward-looking cheat sheet. You can remember. You can actually cut this audio and listen it whenever you get time. It'll be an informative write-up. So informative read through, informative voiceover, or whatever you think of it is. It'll help you to create a better network, connections, and interactions. Now, I live with another two roommates, and one of them, most of my friends know him. He's my intermediate classmate, as well as he is my classmate during my bachelor's. His name is Abhishek, and he did his masters in New Zealand, and he's back in India as well now. So we live together now, and he'll be reading it to you. This cheat code, right? Let's go.
Hey, good on you, mate. Thank you for making me a part of this conversation. So, I would like to give some insights regarding the networking. So, we've been working with the networking for a long time, and you also have a bit of good knowledge over networking. And since we share a lot of common friends and common networks with us, so I would like to share something and pitch in some good points that might help our listeners. Perfect. So, hey guys, this is Abhishek here. So, what I'm coming to say is, first and foremost thing, you should have 5-year career plan as your goal to start with, and then ask yourself whom you need to achieve that. Understand how your work can help a business to receive positive outcomes. By knowing you can help others, you attain self-confidence and you eliminate self-doubts. Whenever you meet new connections, ask them about their work and expertise and their current challenges, where you can pitch in the more details, and once you scoop in a bit more details about them, and you can reciprocate their business needs as well as your growth at the same time. So the more you listen to your network, the more chances you help them. So be it by providing a resource. I'm providing them as a resource, we can say that way. So introduce them to a specialist. So a strong network workplace will obviously advocate you, will sell your ideas, even you can get your promotions, eventually helping you reach your goal. So be strategic whom you connect with and what events you attend, and what always deliberate to nourishing your inner circle that can help you to make new and healthy contacts. So this is what my main insights to give in this conversation. So I hope it be a positive outcome.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Cheers, mate.